Hi and welcome. This is Archana here with Divine Soul Resonance, welcoming everyone to my channel with all my love and all my heart. If you're visiting my channel for the first time, I welcome you. To all my beautiful existing subscribers, thank you so much with all my heart. I truly appreciate your love, all your support, and all your beautiful love energy that you shower my way. Truly, you are helping me evolve, you're helping me grow to be a better version of me. And today I am here to actually answer a question that I was posed, and I feel that this type of a question has been posed to me on my channel on different types of readings or different types of videos that I have been posting over the years. But this was something on a recent reading that I did. It was on Archangel Michael. And you are a regular subscriber. You are a subscriber who watches my readings and my channel, my energy that comes forth on a very consistent way. Truly, truly appreciate it. I wish I could do a Q&A session live where people ask me questions, and I do my best in answering from my perspective, from my understanding, from my life journey. And in no way is my life journey so amazingly different and vibrant, or I have all these better ideas or better things to share than any one of you. It's the same. Different storyline, different color, different way of expression. But the core wounds, the core hurts, the core needs, the core desires of all humans, human beings, as a race, all has a common thread. You know, as human beings, we're in search for love, we're in search for appreciation, respect, love, share, passion. We go about it in so many different ways. Fame, glory, power, money, sex. So many different ways we go about it to fill a core need, a core wound. There are many core wounds. To start off, I'm not a psychologist. I don't have a degree in psychology. Absolutely not an expert. Not an expert in any field. Okay? So I'm not giving you my resume here that I have an expertise in this or I have an expertise in that. I am a human being. In this lifetime, born as a woman of Indian origin, born and raised in India. I live in the United States, in Southern California. That is a storyline of a person called Archana. And the purpose of this video is really to flow from my heart. It was a question on Archangel Michael's message, and I have invited your guides, and especially yours, my dear. It is my intention to get to the questions that many of you pose and ask me, and I'm going to try to come in front of the camera as often as I can and just share what I feel would be an answer that I would give anybody from my perspective, from my understanding. In no way is it set in stone. In no way is it the ultimate truth. It has to be on resonance. You have to feel it. So it was something to the effect of, and I'm just going to kind of look at the comment section here, is that you mentioned that your heart chakra has been shut off and all you wanted to do was to be loved as you are. And just writing to you, I feel guilty, being too needy. Okay, so being too needy, heart chakra being closed off, and all your life you wanted to be loved as I am. And I think that was such a powerful statement, my dear, my beautiful viewer, that it took me down on a very emotional path. you did not realize that you're helping me heal. And I'll be sharing my vulnerability here about needing to feel loved. First, my dear, I would like to say that just to recognize that you were needy, without an energy of negativity being attached to it, without some sort of a judgment being formed on that word needy. Because when we're talking about you're being needy, oh my gosh, being needy is just so wrong. One should not be needy. So guess what we've introduced into the equation? We've introduced judgment and criticism of the self, of what is, what should be, what would be nice, but it's not what is. What is a desire to be appreciated exactly as you are, without having to change, the way you look, the way you talk, the way you dress, the choices that you make. Okay, you may be someone who loves, you're an extrovert, or you're somebody who's an introvert. You're somebody who loves reading a book, somebody who loves to hang out in pajamas and not dress up. You may be someone who loves to dress up. So there's so many differences, there's so many choices. Sorry, had to make a quick pause. It's cleanup day around my house right now, and I may have lost my chain of thoughts. I wasn't going to rewind the video. So recognition is the key. Many of us come from a place of really not even knowing that the actions that we're taking are driven by these subconscious patterns of thinking. And you mentioned about all your life you wanted to feel loved. All your life you've wanted to feel loved. I resonate with that 1,000,000%. For me, it has been a loving partner, or the true love is what I've always had faith and belief in, but the world around never showed that. And I believed that perhaps it's just a fairy tale that people talk about, that true love exists. How can true love really exist when there is so much pain, there's so much rejection, there's so much abandonment? I could never be good enough. I'd look in the mirror and I would look at, like, okay, Indians have these big eyes and Indians have these dark long hair, and God, why did you make me like this? Indian people are really smart. Everybody becomes a doctor or an engineer. I'm not making it. All my friends in high school have made it. They're all engineers and doctors and rocking the world, and I'm scrubbing along. I'm just not smart enough. Everybody around is doing well. Everything's so good. People have these great relationships. Why is it that I don't fit in? Why did you not just make me a man, dear God? I am ambitious. I like doing things. I like to be in charge. I like to take action. What is this home business? What is this taking care of a home? What is this being a mother? By the way, I love my kids. I actually gave up my career to be home. So life had a different plan. But I'm trying to tell you on what my internal makeup was. That internal makeup from where I grew up in India, of what I'd seen in society, or what I understood, what my subconscious patterning picked up, was that men were more powerful. So guess what? Not that I wanted to change my body and be a man. I was just like, I'm going to be no less than a man. I'm going to be better than a man. I'm going to beat them at their own game. This whole sort of I don't know, weird storylines started to occur within me, where I felt, dear God, it would have been so much easier. Why couldn't I have the love for the home? Why can't I look at things and say, house would look pretty if I did this, this, this? It's so nice. I appreciate beautiful things. I love beautiful homes. I love a beautiful car. I love a beautiful garden. I love all of that. I love when we have family gatherings and there's fun and there's conversations, there's laughter, there is, all of that. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love hosting, yet life would have been easier if I had true love for it and less of ambition. Why am I so ambitious? Why do I need to feel better by wanting to do something, to be somebody? So just being a wife, just being a daughter, just being these roles is not good enough. Why do people tell me when I'm growing up, talk less, Archana, don't be so loud? A man's not gonna like it when you're this loud. It's so aggressive. You can't have this. You need to be softer. You need to wear this type of clothes. You're not going to be able to maintain a home. There's a lot of stuff. I feel as kids, as children, what we pick up culturally, what we pick up from society, what I picked up, right or wrong, good or bad, who am I to say? It's just what I picked up. It's what I made sense of what I was seeing or hearing from media, is that men are powerful, women are weak, and women are meant to look pretty. Women are meant to look pretty. They're pretty little things, and arm candy or a housewife. So those terms just started to have like this weird, convoluted energy around it, and there was nothing in those words that Archana was going to have a connect with. So if somebody said anything girly, that wasn't going to be me. If somebody said you need to talk softly, that wasn't going to be me. If somebody said you're not supposed to do this, that wasn't going to be me. And what does that do? What does that really do to come back? And I'm going to connect that back to your question, my dear, is to be loved as I am. Yeah. I like ambition. I like freedom. I like to do the things, to work outside. I love it. I love to cater. I love to cook. But if I have to do it every day, it's a chore. It's just not something I feel stuck and trapped. And I wasn't able to own that up for myself. I try to fit in, all right? Okay, let me wear more dresses. Let me wear heels. Let me look pretty. It just was not vibing. It was not vibing with me. I wasn't able to accept different aspects of me because I felt I was not fitting in. And at the core wound, there was this sense of unworthiness that, how can I deserve great love? I'm not pretty. It's a funny story about, when I was getting married, and it's an arranged marriage, and generally what happens from my time of the era, I'm like 53 now, so at that time, if there's like an arranged marriage, there was a whole joke and everything about, when two families are trying to get people together, they would say looking for, and it would always be like, I would be so upset reading it, because it would be looking for, or something to the effect of light-skinned, so whiter skin, fair and tall and homely girl. And all those words would just, if I could swear right now, that's what all that anger and aggression would come. Oh my God, look at these men. All they want are these light-skinned, long hair and homely girls. Really, someone you can just tame. So all that energy. And my mom would be like, what's going on, Archana? It was very hard for me to see the dichotomy in our society, to see polarity in our religion, to see the polarity in extremes in ways of behavior, extremes in cultural segmentation, in the caste. Everything was something I hated. It was just something I hated. Yeah. There's a lot of, as you can tell with my energy, there was a lot of likes and dislikes. I had a hard time growing up myself. I mean, there's a lot of insecurities. Didn't feel smart enough, didn't feel fitted in. I traveled the world. My dad was in the Air Force. I lived in Africa for a few years. I came back, but I missed the formative years in India. Then people looked at me from someone who has they assumed that I've come from a richer or a more, what is the word I'm looking for? Privileged. Yeah, privileged. Perhaps I was privileged. I think I was. But yet I just couldn't keep up. I couldn't live up to people's expectations. I felt I let my dad down. I know he loves me. He's not here. But I felt that I wanted to be something. I know he had dreams for me to be an engineer or a doctor. I just couldn't see blood. I tried it. I just couldn't do it. And I didn't see myself fixing computers or fixing things, and I didn't know what I wanted. What do I want to be? I don't even know what I want. People, relationships. People had these bonds with others, and do I connect with women at that age? I would feel like women didn't like me. Maybe it was the aggression. I don't know. Or I didn't realize that people were attracted, because I never saw that. I couldn't see if anybody was even attracted to me. So there was a lot of insecurities. And it was hidden very well. Because if any of my friends saw this video, they wouldn't believe that from back in high school. Like, they saw this very confident and very, very confident person. As the ego can totally build up. Either it can go down and you become timid, or the ego builds up to way beyond what you are. So the walls are built so high, there is this facade that you put on with the pride and ego, because you just don't want to be heard. You don't want to be hurt. You want to be heard. You don't want to be hurt. And you're afraid. The little girl inside of me was afraid. Afraid of power. Afraid that I tell my mom, I look at it, I'm like, oh my God, Mom, it was like ugly. Like, I look at my baby picture, I'm like, look at me, Mom, what was this? I was your firstborn? And we laugh. But I could sense that I didn't like what I was looking at in the mirror. Okay? And people thought that she is so proud. Yeah. So I gave off those vibes that I am so cool. Okay, I am so cool. All right, that's it. She got it. Archana's got everything going on. Everything's perfect. She's confident. She's go-getter. She can do whatever. There's always a story behind that, right? For those who are extra cheerful, those who laugh a lot, there's always a story behind it. And that is the beginning of the story, my dear. Your question launched me in a very emotional journey. Now, all this time, connections I've had. Hopefully my mom doesn't watch this video. My secret crushes, ex-boyfriends. I felt whatever didn't work out there was something wrong in me. They rejected me. They wanted somebody else. They just didn't want me. Nobody wanted me. Nobody put me as the priority. And I want to just say that you're not being needy. It's a natural human need. It's a natural human need. But the key part for awakening, my dear, and I know you're on this awakening journey, and you'll know, I'll write a message to you that I've created a video on the question you posed to me, is that you are consciously aware. So I've, in the last 10 years, 12, 13, 14, 15, I think years, about 41, I'm 53, 13 years ago is when, boom, existential crisis, boom, everything came crashing down, boom, the walls have to come down, boom, the ego has to break, no more of those walls, no more of the facade, no more of pretending that you're confident when you feel effing underconfident, when you feel effing unworthy, where you feel effing you don't deserve SHIT, okay? You feel like SHIT, okay? That's everything came crumbling down, okay? Because healing had to take place. It can't continue. You know, that's the lessons. That's what each one of us has chosen different lessons. For some, it is something, and for me, it is my relationship to power. So I manifested power struggles in my life. I manifested conflict in my life because there was so much inner conflict. There was so much internal unrest that's what I manifested in my life. You know, those who get on the spiritual path have been there and have not been at the best, okay? Have not been at the best. So recognition is step one. So this is not a planned video, of course. I did invite Archangel Michael because it was on that video that you asked me that question. And I wanted my heart to speak. So vulnerability, being vulnerable, facing that part is step one. Step two, to me, what I've done, it's not read from the books or stuff. This is just me sharing what I did. Maybe you have a better way and you can share it and I can move on as faster. Not the slow process. Takes me 50 years to understand some stuff. Step two is to give that space. If I feel like crying about it, why was I needy? Why did I externalize it? So I externalized it, right? Expected it from external, extended it from my parents, expect this from my sisters, expect this from my family members, expect this from my friends, expect this from ex-boyfriends, crushes, whatever that may be, expect that from my husband, expect that from my kids, and you get the drift, right? Expectations start to build up. Why are they not loving me back? I'm not good enough. I'm just not good enough. What is it that I can do? Maybe I should be a better daughter. I should be a better wife. I should be a better mother. I'm not good enough. Better employee? I can't even start my own company. I can't even do this. I can't do anything. I'm just average. Archana is average, hiding the fact of mediocrity. Mediocrity was a word that I could not live with. Lesson, challenges, healing, acceptance of what is, where I'm at, what is showing up in my life. All that had to be seen. Seen is the word. Seen. And then you have to see and feel the pain. You got to traverse it. There's no denying that. So if pain is coming up, emotions are coming up, allow for that part. I shared this with a few other friends and other healers too. Okay, all of us talk about it. I don't know who to talk to. They said, I'm like, talk to me. And I know, who are you talking to? I'm like, nobody. But I'm coming here in front of the camera today. That I am picking that up in the collective right now. You're not alone, my dear. Where that need to be loved is there. But the need has been externalized, and our spirit guides, our lessons for all of us is being to look for that love within, to give that love to that that child, that girl, that little Archana inside, the little girl, the little boy inside, on, hey, it's okay. We don't got it. But we're cool. And where we are is where we begin. But to me, that's step 2. Is once we look at the things, first step is recognition. Second is to allow for things to come up. Now, how do we bring in the process of healing? That's very individual. That's very different for each one of us. Each one of us goes about it in a different way, and sometimes it takes lifetimes, and sometimes within this. And I think I mentioned this in my readings. If you're coming to my channel and you've stuck around for, 25 minutes or so that I've been talking, then I have mentioned this, that, I'm born on number 13. So part of what I was also growing up with was like, you're unlucky. So I kind of manifested that so-called unluck. I believed it. I believed that I'm unlucky. It's just, wow, you're born on 13. I mean, we don't even have the 13th floor. We avoid the number 13. So there was a lot. How do I break free from that? I was scared of life, that I'm a failure. And the word failure was huge. I didn't want to fail. I wanted to succeed. See, the only thing I felt where the girl would feel safe, Archana would feel safe, would be if she made a name in the world. That would make me feel secure. What did I do? Externalize it. Get appreciation from work. Get accolades at work. Get a name. Be something, do something, do and be. If you do and be something else than what you are, then I would be in a better place. I'd be loved. I'd be appreciated. People are going to like me. But guess what? That was not the lesson. Number 13 comes with challenges. That was part of my soul growth. Part of my soul learning is to go through constant death. Death is, number 13 is a death card in tarot. Death is transforming an energy. Death means you're transitioning from one state of being to another. Something has to end for something new to occur. And that means my life was meant to have these roadblocks, was meant to have these challenges so that I would break down these big walls that I built around my heart. To not allow my vulnerability, to not allow others to see that I'm insecure or I'm needy. So I'm going to say that word, or I'm clingy, the words that we don't like to hear, or I'm getting this anger, I'm getting resentful, I'm getting jealous, all those energies which were like a taboo, like no way, I am way above that. Okay, I don't say it like that, but that's how the conscious mind, the ego had kept building up the moment I picked up the spiritual path. So the ego became smarter. Like, oh, Archana wants to do spirituality. Alrighty, let's pick up spiritual ego. I didn't realize where that crept in from, because it's all some things that I didn't know. It was just creeping up till these questions started to come. And I've encountered some of the most amazing people in my life who've been the most amazing teachers. No titles, no names, but they've helped me really see the emotions, so the feminine aspect within me, so the healing of the masculine energy, of seeing the amazing things that men do. And I'm going to just say men, it's easier. All the beautiful things that we can make happen from an empowered man. And I began to see the goodness in men over the years. It's not just happened now. So the competition that was within, that to be something in the world, which means I need to make it in a man's world, and I'm going to beat it, all just kind of dissipated. Yeah, surprisingly dissipated. I'm surprised. But God had a plan. God always has a plan. So it was meant to heal the heart, to open the heart to the energy of the feminine energy, And I must define that feminine energy for myself. Does the feminine energy mean that I need to wear dresses or I need to talk softer? No. So a redefinition of what it means to be feminine. And to appreciate my life as a woman, to appreciate the strength in being a woman, to appreciate the strength and the resilience and the courage that I was able to tap into from my past lives, being a man, for sure, many past lives being a man, also many past lives being corrupt and being whatever. Soul growth has to take place. It's a must. It's a must. So if you're feeling to the core and you resonate with my message right now about accepting as you are, you must understand that when you talk about past lives, it's not really past. And I don't want to make this into a hour-long video, but it's more like your higher self has these character Archana A, Archana B, Archana C, Archana D, E, F, in different lifetimes with these kind of characteristics, and then their experiences, and it's like you collect it all into the computer database, and then you process it, and then that's all the understanding that I have. Okay, that's all I can tell you. But coming to finish up your question, my dear, is good recognition. I'm proud of you. And see yourself first. Love that different part of you. Okay? The heck. I want to be a bit aggressive. I'm going to be a bit strong. Heck, God gave me that strength. God gave me that masculine energy. God gave me this Martian energy of passion and creativity, and gave me this woman's body. Then yes, I'm supposed to be an empowered feminine. And which means I must accept that I will be defining these characteristics in my own way, that I shall be walking the path with these blemishes and with these colors in my own way. That's step 2 and 3, which is integration. So where am I at? 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I'm at 3 and then stuff comes up on 2 and I'm like, whoa. I thought we did this chapter. This is like a comprehensive exam. I thought we did this. No, Archana, you forgot. Go back to step 1. So going back to step 1, coming to step 2, step 3. So for me, this is a 3-step process. I'm making the lighter version of it and sharing with you my shadowy self. So yeah, I'm not so crazy confident, okay? I don't know stuff. I'll tell you I don't know. That's something I know that I will say. I don't know, guys. I don't have the answer. And I don't claim to be an expert. I'm a human like you with similar handicaps. Just shows up in a different way. So first start with that recognition of that love. What aspect needs love within you? And then give that room. And it's going to start to show up in the physicality, and how much of my physical environment has changed as I began this journey. I didn't even realize it. With these amazing souls who took me down on intense emotional journeys. And I realize how far I have come along, because my physical reality has showed up to be bringing so much love, appreciation, love within the family, more peace, more harmony, better conversations, true nurturance and care coming. And it makes me feel so good. It really does, that I've allowed my heart to open, to heal, to bring forgiveness, Before forgiving another person, I had to forgive myself for the choices I made, for the harshness of words, for the anger that would come, for the hurt that I felt. And once you begin to forgive yourself before you forgive another, forgiveness of another person comes in automatically. So you're not being needy. You're recognizing an aspect within you that is calling for help, that is yearning for that love from you. I hope this has helped you. I mean, that's the intention. I'm going to try to come in front of the camera and not talk for 35 minutes, a little bit less perhaps. But I hope this helps you. And I hope that we're able to one day have these conversations with whoever is watching this, that it opens up the doors for open communication between us, and that you share your light, you share. I'd love to know in the comments if you would like to share on your journey how that resonated, and perhaps some other suggestions from you, all of you, on what you have done, and perhaps I can bring that forth for others. So that's what I have on this question. I send you many blessings of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. You take care. Bye.